Howdy, howdy. It is April 22nd, and this is like quarantine training number, what is it? Five? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought it might be five. What a blessing this has been. Are you guys just not like on a Cincy rush from just all the inspiration coming in? Like, even after shelter in place is lifted, I'd kind of be okay with doing a few more of these if you guys are okay with it. I just love it. I love it. So tonight I've got a couple of things I want to run by you. One of the focuses this week on tonight's training, one of the focuses is going to be on a couple of party tips that I want to just like get all up in your business with. You know what I mean? Like, that's a double meaning. Another idea or topic that I really want us to cover tonight is the area of follow-up and the reason why some of us are natural at follow-up and why some of us aren't. And if you don't know what follow-up means, it just basically means your communication with a customer after they get their order. And well, I'll just stop there. I have so much to say on that topic, but I don't want to get started with that yet. Okay, and then I want to touch on some leadership things yet, and I don't want you guys to like tune me out whenever we talk about leadership. Oh, Tyler, don't go away, because I can't promise that my computer has enough memory to record this. I'm going to try though, so hard try. Anyway, I want to touch on a little bit of leadership, and I don't want you guys to tune me out. Those of you that might only have one new teamie, or maybe you don't have any, or maybe you have some new teamies, but they are dead beats. Is that how you say that? Like, they are like not even at all responsive. Like duds, yeah. Like, they need the defibrillator to shock them back into having a heartbeat for Cincy, right? Dead weight? Yeah, you guys rock. Okay, so when I do talk about leadership, I want you to take some notes, because honestly, the things that I'm going to share with leadership tips and stuff, they're going to be very practical. And if I'm being honest, just don't get mad at me about this, but sometimes your deadbeats, they just didn't get enough water and fertilizer. You know what I mean? Like, I have dead tulips in my backyard right now in a pot. I can't blame the tulips. Like, the tulips were fine when they were growing at Lowe's, but so, okay. So, sorry, I just have to be for real. So, I want you to just, please don't tune me out. Please don't say, oh, well, they're just deadbeats and they're duds and they're just never going to amount to anything. Yeah, well, maybe you could tweak the soil and sunshine and they just might bloom like never before. So those are kind of the ideas that I wanted to focus on tonight. Are you guys good with that? You're too nice to tell me no anyway. But I do want you to also be ready with your questions, because I would love to reserve a little bit of time at the end of this to maybe cover some Q&A. Okay? All right. So right now in the chat, I want you to put your Brave on, and I want you to tell me what your PRV is right now, not what it's going to be when you close out your party. Nope. What it is right now, submitted, done in the system, paid for, and I want you to shout yourself out. Laura Dennis, I love you, 778-ish. I like it. I don't remember my numbers from by heart. Oh, maybe it would be fair if I did tell you guys mine, though. I do always worry that you guys feel like I'm only asking you guys to do things and I'm not walking the walk myself. That is nasty. And so I want you to know that your Cincy Superstar Director walks the walk every month. $3,090. Okay. I'm not going to ask you guys to do something that I wouldn't do myself. Okay. Woo. And we're in a pandemic, right? Look at you guys. Look at that chat. $1,500, $1,036, $1,800, $675, $2,100, 572, 958, 1,300. Dang. And we're in a pandemic, or is that how you should say it? Like these are troubling times, right? Not looking at those numbers, right? You guys. So Scentsy released a statement a few days ago. I don't know. All the times run together. I seriously don't even know what day it is most of the time. But Scentsy released a statement, and I shared it with each of my directors. So your director had access to this. Hopefully they posted it. If not, they might have forgotten. So just shoot them a text right now if you didn't see it, and they'll tag you to it, or either they can grab it off of I have a page for all of my directors where I share stuff with them, and then they take it to you guys. Think of it like the grocery store. So I'm the 18-wheeler bringing the food to the grocery store. My directors get the grocery store and they take it home and they cook it to all their children. Okay. So that's our team page. That's our director page. Sometimes the directors get overwhelmed. They get busy. They might not see things. So a gentle nudge from you to let them know, hey, this is important to me. Laura mentioned something about Scentsy releasing a statement of our year-over-year numbers. Guys, you need to see that. I mean, you need to see it. And when you want to make excuses for your current activity, when you read that, it's going to give you a shot in the arm. I know it did me. Okay. So yeah, Emily, I love you. Emily, I love you. She's like, y'all text me. Yeah, for real. Like, we directors don't perfectly get it right all the time. We forget communication, and frankly, sometimes we don't know what's important to you because you don't communicate with us. And so you got to let us know what you're wanting, and then we'll know how to be better leaders for you. Okay. So now I want you to look in your chat, or you don't have to. Look at the chat, and I want you to, between tonight and Friday night, 2 days, I want you to try to increase that number by 200. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, that's $100 a day or $200 on Friday. And there is no doubt in my mind, not even a glimpse of worry that we can't probably do 500 because of all of the amazing opportunities out there, stimulus checks. And I'm not saying, when I say this, it doesn't mean that I want you to go and market it this way. I don't want you to go, oh, my superstar director said your stimulus checks might help you buy more Scentsy. Don't do that. I just don't really feel like that's smart marketing. Okay. But I am going to tell you that when you understand the tools that people have to spend money right now, it will empower you to have that conversation. It will empower you to text and follow up and do a lot of things that maybe you're holding back from. So on page 3 of this Zoom, there are so many black screens. On page 2, there are some too, but on page 3, it is so sad over there. Come alive, page 3. There you are. Hi. Hi, Lori. Hi, Joelle. Hi, Emily. Oh, good. I was worried about you guys. It's so dark over there on page 3. Okay, so I probably should not have had an energy drink before this training. I'm sweating. Okay, so, and now I'm red for telling you guys that. Okay, so, stimulus checks. I want you to put in the comments, if it's okay, Lori, put in the comments your thought pattern when it goes to why people would have a little bit more incentive, personal incentive to buy Scentsy right now. I said stimulus check. What are you thinking? Put it in the comments. All the stank. Because kids smell funny. I was a kindergarten teacher. Girl, yes, they stink. Especially after gym class. Ooh, Lord, take them back outside. We have hand soap. Preach. To make them feel good. Yes, they can't go to the spa as of right now. They can't go to the spa. They can't go to wherever they go to make themselves feel better. Well said. They can bring the spa to themselves. I've been using that marketing. Yes, I have. Staying home, saving money. Yes. Oh my gosh. Did you see that thing on Facebook? It says, I am currently getting 3 months to a gallon in my car. Yeah, for real. They're bored and want to shop. Paige, I like it. Homebound, spring cleaning. Preach, Dylan. They want their house to smell good while they're home. Yeah, online shopping is more convenient when people can't leave their homes. Yeah, supporting small businesses. Yes, Destiny. They're stuck at home with their families. Yeah, that's stressful sometimes. Wolf box for our fur babies. Sure. You know what's really fun? We are seeing people spending more time with their cats and dogs, and God forbid, do you guys have reptiles? I'm scared out of my mind of reptiles. I am not even lying. I about broke a hip today because we were taking a hike in the woods and I saw a frog. I don't like frogs. I seriously about broke a hip trying to get away from that frog. Okay. But they are spending more time with their fur kids and groomers are down. And guess what? Just because some states are opening this Friday doesn't mean everybody's going to be able to like hit the road. Some people are choosing to stay home more. That's me. And or longer. And some people are just like, I plan to call my hair girl on Friday, but I'm pretty sure she's going to tell me to catch back up with her in 2022, because there are so many other people that probably are going to have like already booked with her. Groomers, people are washing their own dogs now. Do you know how many people have reached out to me for dog products, shampoos, and all the things because they've never had to wash their dog, but now they are. Okay, mood changers. Online shopping is all we have to do. Some of us, true. Okay. So there are so many amazing ideas in the chat. You guys that are on your computer and or on your phones too. I think you can swipe whichever way and find the chat. Oh, you have a snake. Bearded dragon. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there are a lot of amazing ideas. I hope that this gives you inspiration to stop telling yourself that people can't or won't buy right now. People will, and people are ready, and you need to make that goal. So one thing that used to inspire me, I'm going to shift this around so I'm not in the dark so much. One thing that used to inspire me is a little quote that one of my mentors used to say. You might have heard me say this before, but she used to say that somewhere in a city just like mine, she had this long saying, but anyway, basically what she was just saying is somebody in a city just like mine with customers just like mine were outselling me by $1,000. And it was true. I knew at that time I lived in a little town that had more cows than people, right? And I always sold over 2,000 PRV. That's just always been my personal goal. But I would get on training calls and I would see people post that they had 5,000 PRV. And then I'd come to find out that, man, they really were in little bitty tiny places, or they were a single mom. And, you know, like there were so many things that I would sit back and say, man, if they can do this, then I can do this. Make sense? And so I really want you to just have a heart-to-heart with yourself. I want you to look at this chat. And I want you to look at some of those numbers, and I want you to look at some of these powerful reasons in the chat as well. And I just want to inspire you to get another 200 before the next, Friday? 2 days. Okay? 48 hours. You got this. And then I want you to brag on yourself to your team first. And then here's what I want you to do. I also want you to get on your team page or on your customer page or wherever you communicate with your customers on social media. That may be a VIP page, it may be your personal page, maybe a business page, maybe all the above. And I want you to brag on yourself. And I want you to say, 2 days ago, I was challenged to up my sales by $200, and my amazing customers helped me get $208. Or my amazing customers helped me not get just $200 but we hit $450. I want you to brag on yourself. And did you hear how I worded that? Because it isn't all just about us. We didn't get where we are by ourselves, and we're not going to get where we're going by ourselves either. But if you're not taking time to show appreciation to the people that are helping you and the future people, right? The future people, the people that look at that post and go, dang, I've been needing Scentsy. Or, oh my gosh, she's really taking this from good to great. Like, she's a boss. You know what I mean? Like, we all want to be known as the Scentsy hero of our zip code, right? When people think Laura Godwin, I want them to immediately think Scentsy and other things too, but I do want them to think Scentsy. And I've worked my butt off to build that reputation. I hope you're doing the same. Okay. So, okay, sorry, I have to switch screens. Okay, to keep me on track. How many of you guys have something to share? And we're going to do popcorn tonight. And this is something that I do at my director's retreats. When you become one of the directors, you get an invitation to a director's retreat. It's really fun. In fact, Charity, Robin, when were we supposed to be there? Like next week? 6 days? I had rented a 3-story cabin in the Tennessee mountains. And I'm so sad. But it's okay. Better things are coming. So where was I going? Director's retreat. Oh, shoot. Popcorn. Thanks. So at my director's retreat, we have popcorn time. And it's basically where we just have a topic and we pop around the room and everybody talks for 30 seconds. Sometimes I'm really mean and I tell them they only have 10 seconds, but we won't do mean popcorn tonight. We'll do 30 seconds or use the chat. So basically I want to hear from you on maybe an idea that you've put into practice since last Zoom, last Wednesday night. Or you can even go back to the Wednesday night before, something that makes, that's making you have some success, or something that's making you fall in love with your Scentsy journey again, because guys, we need to stay passionate. We need to stay excited. Our customers know the difference. Our team knows the difference. Right now, you know whether or not your director or your upline director is inspired in their Scentsy business. It's a vibe. Well, your customers know that about you too. Okay. So 30 seconds popcorn. Oh, Kim, it's your little mini me. So use the chat or unmute yourself for 30 seconds, and 30 seconds or less, share something that you're doing in your Scentsy business that's just getting it on.
Laura, I've got something. It's Dion.
Okay.
So I originally joined Scentsy back in 2011.
Okay.
I had no consultants, and I only sold $300 in my career for a year. I recently just reactivated a month and a half ago.
Okay.
I've killed it. And that's because of Emily and her encouragement, and I greatly appreciate that. But not only have I killed my sales, I also have 2 phenomenal team members that are keeping me on my toes, and they're challenging me to be a better leader for them.
Oh, I love that. Accountability.
Yes, they hold me accountable because they are killing it, and I'm struggling to stay ahead of them. I love it.
Oh man, I'm just so impressed by you. Thank you so much for telling us this story, and it gives us all a reinforced and reminds us how important accountability is. And you know what? You deserve those rock stars underneath you. I can tell that you're a good soul. Good. Cool. Emily's the best.
She is. She's
like
one of them.
If something ever happens to me and I have to find a new sponsor, I know where she lives.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. In the chat, you guys be getting brave now. Where's my sign? Be getting your brave on. But I'm going to read some of the chat just because we do have people that are listening from phones and can't read the chat. Okay. Working on my inventory list to share. My passion is my customers. Seeing my PRV grow without being pushy during these times is inspiration. Good, good. Zoom calls have given me so much inspiration. It's made me put more time into everything with my business. It's so great to have all of you to learn from. Yes, I'm actually working my business again. No more funk. Oh, that is just wonderful. Working on getting thank you packages around and mailings going out. Yay, Jamie. Starting commenting. I think I love this one. Started commenting on a lot more people on my friend list on Facebook so that they can see my stuff. Christine, you figured it out. It's you give more than you take. Nice work. Okay.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
This is Tara.
Hi, Tara.
And I wanted to say I listened to Monday's Zoom. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me all that well.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. So I made my own personal little tag. So I have a large order coming in, and you guys kind of inspired me to be more creative and make it more from me, not just, plain old Jane. So I created little tags, and I'm going to put on those, and I'm going to spray them with next month's scent of the month and include the flyer also. So
Nice.
I'm doing that, then cards and a whole bunch of stuff, but just be more into it.
Good girl. I love that. Thinking outside the box and just making it personal. That's huge. You're going to see a huge return on that. Keep it up, girl. That's awesome. Okay, iPhone says in the chat, I sent out happy mail telling my friends and my family about my new adventure. I want to make myself proud. I just hit 200 PRV, but I've seen how successful my team members are, and I want to be awesome. Good, good, good. Hit level 1 of the incentive and promoted to lead. Dang. I'm also sending out surprise mail to my loyal customers. I love this big. Oh, I love it. Somebody on our team page was posting, they called them sunshine bags, and they had all these. Who are you? Sunshine bag person? Do you have them? Are you on even? Boy, I would love for that to be your 30-second popcorn. I just can't remember who it is that posted it.
Sabrina.
It was you? Do you have one?
I do. I can go get it out of my living room. I actually just put it in the chat because I feel like I speak on these Zoom calls a lot, and I don't want to be like in everybody's face all the time. But but yeah, I can go grab one and put it on camera for you guys.
Sweet. Please. I just really feel like everybody would just love to see it because I know I sure did. Okay.
Laura,
you guys. Yeah.
I have a this is a suggestion, or not a suggestion, but an idea share. I was playing my Vodafone this morning, and I was paying attention to the fact you have a digital card sent option.
Yeah.
If you're trying to save money or you're trying to save resources, that would be a great opportunity to send like a pretty image or something to one of your guests that you have their email and stuff like that. You could be sending that weekly to that guest, a surprise little, digital card thanking them.
I love it.
That mail.
Thank you for sharing that, Philip, because I actually am so passionate, and you actually read my mind a little bit. One of the things that I want to talk about here in just a bit is to not get into like the stagnant, I can't, boring train of thought to where you're only following up in the same boring ways. I mean, Happy Mail's great and packages, and I promise I can make mine look like $1 million. Hopefully. But if I'm not willing to maybe take a month and do something like what you're talking about, then I mean, it kind of gets stagnant. And I love your idea. I think keeping it fresh is so important. Nice work. Jennifer says in the chat, bingo night. I had 2 orders today just from announcing that bingo night Saturday. And if they placed the order, they would get 5 extra numbers. Girl, good work. Oh my gosh. Yay. Laura says, I have a stock flash sale, and I'm working 100% more on relationships. Woo! That was good. Yes. Carrie says, I send out thank you cards after their orders have arrived, and on orders that I can deliver, I give them samples or small gifts. I send out Happy Mail. Nice. Ooh, Robin, good. Fragrance flower, bingo, and Zoom. Nice. Oh, Stacy, what is this? She says, I started a stop the spread. Let's say thank you instead. I like that. It kind of has a jingle to it. Nice work. ABC follow-up. Good. I'm proud of you, Jen. Good. And if you don't know what the ABC follow-up system is, then get with me after, because that was covered on another Zoom weeks ago. Or get with your director after. Ashley says Mother's Day scent boxes. Nice work. I'm glad you're thinking about that now. That's what smart business owners do. All right, Karina, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So instead of reading yours, will you hold it up for us? I'm going to try to make you big. Hold on. That should do it. Is she big, you guys? Okay, show us.
Hi. So these are my sunshine bags. I'm actually in the middle of trying to finish them because I'd rather finish them before I sell them because it just takes longer if I do it the other way around. But anyways, so I haven't sealed this one. These are catalog bags that I got off of the consultant store. I just have like a gajillion of them, but I really don't send out catalogs anymore because of the reason. But I don't really use them, so these came in handy for me to be able to use these. So I made this on Canva, this little flyer. It just says, just a little sunshine to brighten your day. And on my printer, my new printer that I got, you can like choose the size of how like big the picture is going to be. So I printed out a bunch on a page and cut them out and put them on these little yellow cards that I got. I got the link from Destiny to get a bunch of these colorful ones, and it's so funny because I don't really like the color yellow, and so I never thought that I would actually use them, but it just came in handy. But anyways, so the tissue paper, so hard to find yellow tissue paper, guys. I had to order this off Amazon, and I really like when I ordered it, you never know when you're gonna get things now. So I was like, I'm just gonna order them, and if they get here, great, and if not, I'll just figure it out. So I ordered the paper, and they actually came like the day after my scent circles came because I didn't want to start pre-selling them until I got the scent circles because again, I wasn't sure when I was going to be able to get them in the mail, and I'm glad I did that because it pretty much took them like 3 weeks to get here. So, sorry, I taped this here, so I'm trying to like get it off without making it all ugly. Okay, so I just wrapped everything in here. And this one will look a little bit different than the picture that I posted just because I ran out of some items, and when I went back to the Dollar Tree, they didn't have exactly everything that I had put in there. I had like a oatmeal and honey facial scrub in the other one, but this is just a honey hair mask repair. And so I was able to find those at the Dollar Tree, and of course these came in 4 packs. These packs have 5 sticks of gum. I put them in my felt sample Ziploc bags that I usually use because they're very, very potent and strong, and I didn't want the whole thing to smell like juicy fruit. Even though it's very lovely, I just wasn't feeling it, so I decided to put that in there. I have these little yellow lemon sugar-free candies that I also found at the Dollar Tree, and these True Lemon little packs that I guess you put in water and stuff to make it like lemon water. So I put those in there, and then I also have these Lemon Pucker Russell Stover. They're like little lemon cookie things that I also found at the Dollar Tree, and I just got like those little flake flower bundles that you can get. I just took the flowers off, and because they pull off the stem really, really easy. And so thanks for that tip, Laura. I pretty much use that all the time around this, anytime that there's like a holiday or something that I can buy flowers for. I use the flowers for things like this, and then the leaves for like essential oils, or if I'm going to make oil samplers or something, so you can use the whole thing. I'm not sure if you've ever watched one of Laura's videos on that, but she pretty much goes pretty good detail on how that works. And then of course I have Carmex. I like the beeswax brand, but it's a little bit more expensive, so I just got these because they were $1 each. And then of course the scent circle I put in the back, and I put my stamp on the back of the paper there, so it's behind the circle. I just didn't want it to be like so scentsy shouty because that's not really what it's for. I did want to do it for my business and as something that my business is doing, but I mostly just wanted to wanted it to be a gift from my customers and not so much about me and what I'm doing.
Love it.
I love it. And like I said, my first time I contacted somebody, they bought 3 of them. And it was so sweet. She bought one for my mom because she knows that it's been a tough time for all of us. And so she's just the sweetest. But anyways, I hope that you guys take this idea and use it in your business, and I think that it'll do very well. I put on the post a couple other ideas that I saw on Pinterest that I like to try for different colors and different themes. So
You rock, sister. Thank you so much. That is so, I think that's just a lot of fun, and it's something you could get your kids or your grandkids or your niece and your nephews. And if you're like Emily, you could get Sebastian. I can't remember your other dog's name, but you know, like you could even take a picture making these up with your pets beside you and your kids helping you, and really have fun with it, and make sure your customers understand that, hey, this is a family business, or this is something that you love doing. Because sometimes when they just get stuff, they don't understand the love that's been put into it. Does that make sense? Okay, so you have to communicate that with them, and then they're more excited about buying it. So yay, good stuff. Okay, Amanda Tamplain said, I probably butchered your name, even though I've known you for like ever. Putting more time and energy into my VIP page got me almost 700 PRV last month, and she's already at over 500 this month just by putting more time and energy into her VIP page. Exciting. Oh, there's so many amazing things. I mean, you guys, it would probably just do you good to just get a load of that chat and read what other people are doing that's getting results. Ariel, I knew I was forgetting the other dog's name. Ariel. They're cute though. Okay. So I want to take just a little bit of a break from that, and I really want to talk a little bit about I'm going to start with party tips, because I really feel like that, for one, I do hate the word party. I'm a big advocate of not ever saying the P word, but you can call it events or whatever the heck you want to. But I just want to revisit an idea that I've mentioned to you before. And the only reason I'm revisiting it is because it was born in my little brain and I shared it. And you guys, my phone, there's not a day that goes by that someone new, not even from our country most of the time, these are from the UK. And I don't know which superstar director out there is sharing it, but you guys, the text messages that come in to me, or they come on my YouTube channel or by Facebook, it's working for people. It's not just working. It's helping people hit director. I'm floored. Like, yes, I know that Jesus gave me this idea, and I knew that when I shared it, I really felt like it would be a blessing, but I did not know some of the things. And so I want to talk about, I want to share it. I'm going to try my best to stick to 30 seconds, because practice what you preach. This is a pod party. A pod party can be put in a Ziploc bag. A pod party can have or not have an actual, whatever this thing is called. I'm in such a hurry, I can't think of words. But it helps if it has one. This is so light that I just mail it straight to the customer. And the only testers that I put in there are the scents that pods come in. And not even all of them. There's not a baked apple pie tester in here. There is not a weathered leather tester in here. There's not a vanilla bean buttercream. Did I already say that? There's not a lemon verbena. There's not. There is not a, can't remember the other ones that, there's not a black raspberry vanilla. The only testers that I put in here are the ones that I feel like people wouldn't know what they smelled like without having a tester. I printed this out from online. Ask your director to help you find this paper, because I have uploaded it for everybody. I printed out, I laminated mine because I'm bougie and I'm weird. I found fancy paper to print it off on because, once again, I'm bougie and I'm weird and I like sparkles. And these get me, honest to God, oh man, what was it, 700? Average of $700-800 just from my pod parties. And I've had recruits sign up just from my pod parties. Do a pod party. Quarantine life is lifting. Things are going to be shifting back and getting back to normal. Do it. Just do it. People aren't going to be as wigged out by germs, and you're going to be able to pass these around. Pass them around. Do it. You guys, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm telling you, when you get a good idea and somebody shares it with you, chase it. Chase it, okay? These testers are $1. But most of you have them lying around. If you can't afford testers, then make samples using samples, and just have samples of them in here. Does that make sense? Like have a sample of Luna, a sample of whatever instead of these. It works the same way, okay? And it's much cheaper investment, because some people are like, oh, I can't have, I'm too afraid I won't get it back and I'll be out all that money. Well, I'm telling you that when you sell $700, the PRV from $700 because of Pod Parties can pay for you to have brand new testers 10 times over again. But use what you have, do what you can, and I ruin that quote. Okay. So Luke wants to say hi. He's got abs, y'all. I mean, for real. We just learned that today. Anyway, so I want you to get creative with your parties. I also do a messenger party. It's on my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and type in Laura Godwin Cincy and it will come up. Yeah, I am. I know. Bragging on his abs, probably. Yeah, that's probably why he left. Anyway, so go to my YouTube channel. I also have a pod party training. It's like 4 minutes. And one on messenger party too. You guys, you still have time to double your PRV before the end of the month using messenger party and using pod party. Go do it. Pod pouch. Love it. That's even better because it doesn't have to say party. I don't like the word party. Okay, so party tips. I hope that helps. I want to move on. My next topic that I promised you, I'm trying to work through these as fast as possible. Sorry, Katie, I keep on muting you, but I think you're going to have to mute yourself because my computer will not mute you anymore. I'm sorry. I keep trying. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to check, that is personal PRV. So personal PRV will grow when your party tips and party ideas, you got to branch out. Your customers deserve for you to be a little creative, right? Okay. The next thing that I want to chat with you about is follow-up. So you get your customers. I mean, you guys are killing it. Some of you had over $1,000 in PRV. But some of you guys struggle and you feel like you have to constantly find new customers, right? You feel like you constantly have to rethink where you get your next set of PRV from, who your next hostess is going to be. My belief is that if you treat your existing customer right, you won't have to worry about where your PRV is going to come from next month. You won't have to worry about where your next hostess is going to come from if you treat them right. Year after year, I go back to my calendar. I look at my 2019 calendar. I'm like, who hosted a party for me in April? Who hosted a party for me in May? I'm having those conversations now, and guess what? They take me up on it like lickety split. Why? Because I did my job well last year, and I treated them right. And they don't come walking back to me. They come running back to me, okay? I am nothing, but I hope in 11 years of Cincy, I've mastered this thing called follow-up. And so what I want to chat with you about real quick is the focus of your follow-up. If you're struggling with your customer base, it's probably could be because you've not treated the customers that have come to you well enough to keep them. And then it needs to go a little bit extra. You don't just need to keep them. You need to help them know, like, and trust you so much that they send their friends to you. I don't build my customer base, you guys. I really don't. Like, sometimes people will ask me, Laura, how do you sell so much every single month? Where do you get all those customers from? I treat the customers that come to me so good that their mom starts buying from me. Their sister starts buying from me. They start using my my products as gifts. And so guess what? I I'm helping a customer and I get a new customer. I sent out fragrance flowers. Did I already share it? I do so many trainings, I forget who I talked to. I was a guest speaker, I think, when I shared this, so I don't think I've told you guys yet. Maybe. I can't remember. I sent fragrance flowers out to one of my customers. Okay, she's a nurse. They're all, it's kind of a long story, but anyway, she's like over different people. And so she was like, can you send out a whole bunch of fragrance flowers to all these different people? And I was like, you got it, sister, not a problem. And you guys, this customer helped me build my next marketing genius idea. She's like, could you put a card in there that says, because I always offer free cards, and we're allowed to do that, that's compliant. And she's like, could you put a card in there that says, I think it said, thanks for all your hard work. I can't remember what the next part said, but the tagline was, now you have time to stop and smell the flowers. Isn't that genius? Okay, well, I thought it was. I loved it. I loved it. And I sent out some other fragrance flowers later on after hers, and I used the same tagline because I just thought it was so good. You guys, guess what? I got 12 new customers. I have their address, I have their phone number, and I have their email address. Why do I have all of that? Because I told the girl, my customer that was setting this order up, I told her that I needed their email address for delivery and I needed their text for delivery because UPS needed it in the fill out the line part. And that's the truth. But guess what else I did? I put them as a new contact in my Scentsy website. You get what I'm saying? I have 12 new customers that I'm going to follow up with, all because of one lady and I treated her well. Does that include sometimes, like one of the excuses I hear from some of you guys, and maybe not some of you, but in my journey, sometimes I hear people say, oh, I can't afford to do samples. Oh, honey, you can't afford not to, because if you don't send your customer a sample, then they're going to be my customer and I'm going to take care of them. You bet your bottom dollar I'm going to take care of them. And I'm going to give them, because way back when I couldn't afford to have samples either. No lie. This is something I've never said before. We could not afford anything. We shopped at discount grocery supermarkets where we purposely bought expired canned goods. Okay? That's where I came from. That's where my Scentsy journey started. I couldn't afford to use Scentsy. I was selling it and couldn't even afford to use the bar that came in because I knew I could sell it and help pay our mortgage. Okay? Another tip from my humble beginning in Scentsy, I could use, this is embarrassing, I could use a cube of wax and I could use it for 6 or 8 hours, let it refirm, chop it up into samples, and my customers could still smell it. Now they'd have to be really tiny samples because I want them to try it and realize that it only lasted for 35 minutes, right? But they could still smell it. They knew what Luna smelled like. They knew what Black Raspberry Vanilla smelled like. I couldn't afford it either. So stop saying that you can't afford to give samples out. The samples may need to look very humble, okay? Because mine do and did look very humble. But you can. And you are going to make a difference in your customer base and your future PRV by giving more than you take today, okay? So just had to have some real talk there, just from one Scentsy sister to another, Scentsy heart to another, Scentsy misters. I just needed to tell it to you straight. Now, if you're following up with the idea in the back of your mind that it's going to lead to another order, you're doing it all wrong. If that's your focus, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking, what am I going to get out of this time? What am I going to get out of this text? Don't expect to be wowed. Orville says that people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. When is the last time you followed up with somebody and it ended up with them knowing you better, liking you better, or trusting you more? See, most of us only follow up to try to get the next sale. And that's when you're doing it wrong. Today I followed up with I'm gonna cry. But today I followed up with a customer whose husband is dying. And I'm telling you, it's hard to even want her to buy Scentsy during this time, because I know how hard this is, and she's been one of my biggest supporters. And so I've sent flowers to her house to make her happy. I've sent things to the hospital, and I want her to know that, yeah, all the support that she's given my Scentsy business all these years, yeah, it's important to me, but I'm following up with her now just because I have a chance to be a blessing in her life, whether she ever buys another Scentsy bar from me. And honestly, knowing the financial situations that's going on with insurance and junk, she's not going to buy Scentsy from me anymore. And I'm okay with that. And I just want you guys to get out of that part of your head that's so business-like that you're thinking, what am I getting out of this? You will see a return in other areas of your life. Mary is my customer's name, okay? She lives in Mississippi. Mary may, and honestly probably will not ever buy any more Scentsy from me realistically, and definitely not like she has in the past. But guess what? I believe that by doing the right thing to her, God is going to send me more customers from Mississippi, or more customers from wherever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for a return. Building the relationships, thank you, Destiny, is where it's at. And I am going to go out on a limb right now. And I could be wrong some of the time, but I don't think I'm wrong this time. I bet if you think about all the good relationships that you have in your life right now, and the good relationships that you have with your customers, I bet it started out with some pretty arrows out follow-up. So do more of it. Your follow-up the end result should be your customers know you better, like you more, and trust you lots. I want you to write that in your calendar if you have to. I remember when Orville told me that, I was actually in Boise, Idaho at Summit. And I heard him say that, and I wrote it real big in the top of my journal. And I can remember thinking, I want everything that I do to make my customers know, like, and trust me more. But here's the truth bomb. If you have even one person underneath you, and this is where I'm going to slide into leadership for a second. If you have even one team member under you, then you should be following up with them. And maybe you're not thriving in your Scentsy business because you're only wanting to follow up with the people that you feel like are going to give you an order. Wrong. Or, well, let me just stay on this track for a second. My brain goes weird. I think that, and it is hard, and I'm not going to lie, some of you only have 5 or 10 people under you, but there are some of us that have hundreds, okay? And so give a girl a break. If there's hundreds and you don't get a personal text because you've put something on Facebook, she's probably not even seen it, okay? I personally had to quit getting on Newsfeed because I was so overwhelmed with being afraid that somebody on my team would not see, or I wouldn't see something from one person and then I'd see it from another, and somebody would say, oh, well, you didn't see my car wreck, but you saw her divorce, and you didn't say anything to me about my kid being in the hospital, but you said something to her about her broken whatever. And so personally, I just want to do a little bit of fine print at the beginning to let you know that if your Scentsy leader has a boatload of people under them, then good grief, give some grace. But it is my goal, and I know all of my directors under me, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I feel like all of their hearts are in the right place. I get to work with them personally. But I do believe that maybe the reason why some people's businesses are really super blessed and take off and do great things and other people's are stagnant is because their follow-up is sucky. And by sucky, I mean they're following up for the wrong reasons, or they're following up with the wrong intentions, or they're only following up with certain people. But there is nothing wrong with reaching out to someone, whether it's a customer or whether it's a team member, and just saying, hey, had you on my heart this morning. Hope all is well. Just wanted to send you a smile. You could pick any one of those 3 sentences and it would just be such a blessing. You could pick any one of those 3 sentences and send it to a customer. If your team is small and if your customer base is small, wow, what an amazing opportunity you have. You can reach out to all of them, okay? You could reach out to every single customer if you had a small customer base. If you want to see my customer base? This is half of my customer base. I feel sad that I can't send all, this is half, the other half is in my recipe box. I need a bigger recipe box. I feel sad that I can't go back to the beginning of my Scentsy journey, like where some of you guys are, and build relationships that were so strong whenever I only had 15 or 20 team members or 15 or 20 customers. You get what I'm saying? You have a beautiful opportunity. Do not waste it by being selfish. Don't. Now, I want to talk about a few ways that you can think outside the box as you follow up, okay? Love languages. If I'm only sending happy mail, and trust me, I got on that train to where all I wanted to do was those fancy pants happy mail, bring the glitter, cue the confetti, have a themed happy mail. I mean, like, I just sparkle packages. I was going to make them feel so good for ordering on my online store. Oh yeah, Amanda, that's what I've graduated to. But here's what I found is that some people's love language is quality time. And for free, I can send a 10-second Facebook Messenger voice message and let them know, oh my gosh, Sandra, I think UPS is telling me that your package was delivered last night. I'm on pins and needles. I can't wait to see what you think. She hears me smile. She hears my passion. It's if her love language, and a lot of people's love language is quality time, if that's her love language, that's going to mean more to her than an $11 Scentsy package Happy Mail hoopla. Okay. Now, can we know what all of our customers' happy love language is? No, but we can change up our technique to make sure that we're at least hitting the bases, twice a year. So this month, I want you to think about what your technique has been for follow-up. Okay. Just think about it. Whatever your answer is, keep it in your head. And now for May, I want you to think outside the box. And I want you to think of a new technique for May. Okay? So what about words of affirmation? How can we follow up? So Amanda, I'm going to put you on the spot because I just happened to see your hands up in the air. So be thinking of the answer to this. I really want you to answer it if you will. If your love language is words of affirmation, and you're my customer, what could I do to feed your love language after an online order? I think I know, and I was prepared to say it, but I'm scared I'm wrong because it's not my love language. I put you on the spot bad. You want me to just tell you what I was thinking and you can just tell me yes or no? Okay, because you lost all color in your face and I just don't even know. Would it be a shout out on your Facebook wall saying, oh my gosh, you're the greatest. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for being such a loyal friend and customer. Would that check the box of a love language person whose words of affirmation?
I think that's a pretty tough one, like given this situation, but I am like somebody who constantly needs reassurance to, I guess, feel validated. I don't know. So that probably is the closest thing like your closest option to a Cincy situation to be affirmed.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking, and it's what I currently use. So I try to change it up, and you guys already heard my story last week about how I feel under conviction about not doing shout outs on my VIP page for online orders like I should, but you already heard that story. Anyway, but I really feel like that because I love that book, Love Language for the Workplace, good book. Change Your Life, good book, super cheap, get it. Love Languages for the Workplace. I'm looking at my bookcase right now thinking, I don't see it. Who's borrowed it? But I feel like that if we're just constantly trying to reimagine how we can be a blessing for others, then the sky's the limit. And it's not always how much money you spend, but you got to be willing to sacrifice. You do. You can't just shut down and say, I can't afford to give samples, or I don't have time to do shout outs. I mean, you guys, it's where it's at. It's where it's at. Okay. So I merged the follow-up with leadership because I really feel like that most of the time, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the time your upline, what you want from them isn't always tips and tricks. I mean, we can buy books, we can get on YouTube, we can Google, right? But I believe that most of the time what we want from our upline and what we call good leadership, and I've done some polls on my team page, and I saw some of my directors do polls on their team page. And as I was reading through what you guys decided was good leadership, it looked a lot like being a good human, listening, following up, shout outs, recognition, noticing them. I believe that if you follow up with your downline, you let them know using the words of affirmation, get on their Facebook page and be like, girl, you're killing it. You are goals. It doesn't matter if you're under them or if you're over them. And, you know, they can be a rock star. Dion just shared about how the people underneath him inspire them. So a perfect thing for him to do would be to get on their Facebook page in front of God and country and let them and all their Facebook friends know that you think they're amazing. That's good leadership. Happy meal sometimes, sure, because their love language, that teammate's love language could be gifts. And so that could be a fun thing. Karina just made up these cool things. She's sending them to her customers. Well, maybe she has a team member under her that's killing it. She could use the same fun mail for her team. Leadership doesn't have to be scary. Just use the same themes that you're using for your team or for your customers, and think about it in the light of your team and the light of leadership. Okay? Okay, now, Charity, where you be? Hold on, I'll find you. There you are, sitting all pretty in your green. Charity, did you want to say anything? Did you have anything that you wanted to, like maybe spotlight in any of these categories? Hold on, I can't hear you.
No, you covered it. I just know that a lot of my girls I polled them before the call and they had wanted some leadership tips.
I love it.
So
cool beans.
Being a good human, like you said, you know, and checking in on them personally and checking in on what they need.
Yeah. And I believe that, like, for me, I just think it would be kind of crazy for me to tell Luke to go to church if I didn't go to church, you know, or for me to tell Luke to eat vegetables and fruit and if I didn't. And so, guys, I really feel like good leadership looks a heck of a lot like doing what you expect them to do. And when you take it and run with it, then I feel like you create this trail. Somebody once used the analogy of a wolf pack going into the woods. They follow the leader because they can see the leader. Let that sink in. I'm preaching to the freaking choir. You guys are on the training. But you know what? I mean, like, really, you follow the leader that you can see. And when the leader doesn't participate and isn't in it to win it and consistent and all the things, then I guess we know the end of that. Okay. Model the behavior you see. Yep. Tammy, that's why you're such an amazing Scentsy girl, because look at Charity. You guys are just, we have a good family tree. Like, we really do. Okay. So I want to take the next little bit, and I want to open it up for questions, Q&A. And I promise I'll let other people talk. Maybe. If you have a question, put it in the chat, and I'll probably put Charity or someone on the spot and make them answer it. So make it a hard one. I think I'll give it to Connie Hale. She looks too quiet tonight. Give her a hard one. What was the name of the book you were talking about? It's called Love Languages for the Workplace. 5 love languages is good. It will help you be a better parent, a better spouse, a better friend and human. But 5 love languages for the workplace is shorter. It's not as big or long of a read. And it helped me more apply. I don't know, maybe it's because I read them in order. I read the 5 love languages first, and then a year later I got the 5 love languages for the workplace. Felt like the workplace one helped me apply more to my Scentsy journey, because I love you a lot, but I'm not driving to Detroit, Michigan to hug Kim every single time she does something awesome in her Scentsy business, right? Gas is cheap, but it's not that cheap, so that book really helped me try to transcend some of the love languages into Anyone remember the wording Laura put on the tag for the fragrance flowers? Yeah, it was I messed up on this one. I signed my name instead of Tammy's name, and I was just about to throw it out, and I just remember I still have it. Yeah, so I had to do 12 of these, and my brain was like not in it, and I signed my name. So anyway, it says, thanks for all your hard work. Take time to stop and smell the flowers. And then, in true Laura fashion, what did I rub on the edge of this card? And the Jeopardy music plays. And you're right. 400 points to all of you guys that said wax bar, not black ink. Emily, you goofy thing. Nope, wax bar. She's so cute. Okay, Emily, you don't get 400 points. Okay, stop and smell the flowers. Yeah. I just think that was so cute. You can learn from your customers, you guys. Oh, I came up with another idea. Dang it. My brain is not really functioning well. Follow up. Do you see one of your team members on tonight? You could message them at the end of this training, and you could be like, hey, what'd you think of Laura's training? What'd you think of it tonight? What'd you think of, what was your top takeaway? And then you could say something like, in the future, what do you hope Laura talks about? And then that would help you be a good leader to know what kind of things to dig out of YouTube or the training center for them. You get what I'm saying? You could know what's important to them. Good leaders want to be proactive in the helping department. Okay, so you could follow up with your team member after any kind of training that your director does or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Rustic edges. I just love you, Emily. I thought you were being funny. Okay, questions. My dog is snoring.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have a question, but I did forget something that was very important on the sunshine bag.
Okay.
So on the card here for the Just a Little Sunshine to Brighten Your Day, on the back I did write to and from and left that blank, so that way they know who it came from, because
nice.
I did have her, she did send one to somebody that has ordered from me, and I didn't want her to think that it came from me, because on my pirate ship I have it like it has my business name, it has my name on it, so I didn't want her to think that it came from me. So on the back it said
Yes.
from her so that she knows who it came from. Okay, that's all.
Yes. Nice. Good idea. I love that. I love that. I mean, everybody wants it to feel personal, right? Good idea. Good idea. Okay. So any questions? I used Pirate Ship for the first time today. That's winning, Tara. Way to work it. I really wish I had not ever gotten PayPal shipping. I know I could switch, but it's kind of like teaching a new dog new tricks, old dog. And then also too, like, why fix something that's not broken? You know? I know. Paige wants to know how much you sell the sunshine bags for. You like the avatar idea? Sweet. Pirate Ship is like shipping from home. Like stamps.com is a ripoff. But everybody understands what stamps.com is, and so Pirate Ship is just like that. Sorry. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? You've never shipped from home, iPhone? What the heck? No, it's okay. I never had to eat. I never had either, but everybody was doing it. But then I realized you get a discount and it's so easy. You feel like PayPal is cheaper? Okay, well now you're making me feel better. So I challenged all of my team, my personal team. I mean, you guys are all my Scentsy family, but if you have another director over you, then you would be considered in my group and not my team. And in my team, we have like 350 people. It's a lot. But I challenged all of those 350 to do their own avatar. It was great. I mean, we were having so much fun. So I challenge you. It's just fun. Like as we're dealing with this time on our hands, it's fun to grow yourself. Do something you haven't ever done before, and have fun with it. Okay. Switching from stamps.com as soon as I use up my stamps. Yeah. Sorry, you guys. I am very opinionated. And if I believe it, I believe it. And if I believe it, you're going to know it. Because even if I lied, you'd be able to see it on my face. Okay. So Karina says $5, or you could do $10 if that's better for you. It was $3.21 to ship. I need more information on the shipping from home business. Girl, you still got to learn your new computer that you got yesterday. I mean, that's what we should have started off with. A round of applause for the Android gone Apple girl. And all God's children said, sorry, it's Apple all the way at this house. So, Amanda, how long have we been friends? Like 9 years and 2 months and 3 days. I don't know. But anyway, and like I've made fun of her for so long. Apple is a cult. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I've been called worse. So for so long, I've been like, well, the reason that you're having trouble is because you're still walking around with an Android. But now she joined the Apple Club. All good things. All good things. Yeah. Samsung eats apples for breakfast. Now, Laura, you were on my good side until now. I know, a house divided. It's hard, you guys. Oh, Robin! No, like, you guys. But anyway, so, well, I am going to call this a night because I know that you guys are so wonderful to take this time out of your night. And I never, ever want to misuse, and I can't think of the right word, but, you know, like take advantage of the sacrifice that you guys make for your Scentsy businesses. But are you seeing a change in your income over these times together, these moments of learning and connecting and networking and brainstorming? I hope you're seeing a change in your paycheck. And I hope that you are helping your family feel special. I do have some homework for you. Okay, so your homework tonight, it's a secret. Okay, so if you're around your family or if you're around someone that's listening, I need you to just kind of like turn me down, but not so much down that you can't hear me. Okay. Why I feel like I need to suck into the computer to make you guys hear me more, I don't know. Anyway, here is your homework. You already know your one homework is to up your sales from whatever you put in the chat by $200 in the next 48 hours and shout it out on your team page. Hey, wait, Stacy, I wasn't smiling. She was taking a picture and I wasn't smiling. Just kidding. Okay, we can redo it. Anyway, sell $200 before the next Friday, before Friday, and shout it out on your team page. But where else did I ask you to shout it out? In front of your customers and in front of the world. And I want you to brag on yourself and on your business. And do you remember that part that I said about I was challenged? You don't have to say my name. But the world needs to know that when they join Scentsy, they join a family. And they need to know that it's not just you out there working by yourself, even though that's all they see, but there's a group, there's a tribe behind you that's driving you and that's pushing you, okay? Don't steal that from them. Don't take that knowledge from them. Okay. So your other homework is quite different. Your other homework is next Wednesday, you're going to come back here at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, and the rest of you just have to Google it. But before you do, I want you to make a Mac Daddy meal for your family. I want there to be not candles because we're Scentsy people, okay? But I want there to be lobster or tuna, whatever your budget can afford. I want there to be your husband's favorite meal, your kid's favorite dessert. I want you to go all out. And I want them to feel like it's someone's birthday. You can make a cake. You can buy their favorite drinks. You can play their favorite music. What else? Get creative. I want you to be very creative. No shortcuts, okay? I want you to rent a movie for them or whatever fun time they would have. Okay. And they, at some point, they're going to be like, what is going on? And you're going to be like, I just want you to know how thankful I am that you let, that I can have my time with my Scentsy family. And I wanted to make it special for you. Okay. All right. If you live by yourself, or if you don't have family members that are staying with you, or I know there's a lot of different situations. I'm sure you can find someone to bless, okay? I'm sure you can find you can transcend this idea and to be a blessing to someone in your life, okay? But especially for the ones, because here's the deal. While you're in here listening to me go on and on and on, somebody's probably having to take care of the kids. Somebody's probably having to clean the kitchen, and somebody might not have had a very good supper because you were trying to do so many things. So in 5 weeks, that's 5 hours. I want you to do it right next week, okay? I want you to make their day. Leave a special note under your kid's pillow. Put a Post-it note on the mirror and say something like, thanks for helping me build my Scentsy business, or thanks for supporting me. That's a key word. Thanks for supporting me as I chase this Scentsy dream of mine. You guys, you're better together. And even if you think they don't deserve it, man, we have a chance to be the biggest blessing to the ones in our 4 walls. Let that sink in. Okay, selfie time. Hold on. I want to not make me big. Ooh, give me a second. Let me just make it to where we're all little cubes of awesomeness. Cancel. Selfie time. You know what to do, right? Oh, now Charity's big. Hey, boo. Why is she big? Is she big for anybody else? Oh, I don't know. Okay, so there's 3 screens. So everybody smile real big, y'all. And brag on yourself. You just took out your afternoon or whatever time it is to get trained and network and build your Scentsy business. Ta-da. Hold on, I have to get the next screen. And the next screen. Emily, I love you. Pop-Tart. Everybody needs a cup that says Pop-Tart. You know what's weird? Emily, you were on page 2 and you're on page 3. She's
I muted
everywhere.
myself. It's bougie tonight, right?
Huh?
I muted myself, and I was just trying to be bougie to not be on 2 pages. Hey, Mom!
You want to show them your abs? No. Oh, shoot.
No.
Hey, Josh. I'm really
He's
glad
like,
you're on. She wants to see your abs. You have to do whatever Pop-Tart says. He says, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
No, I don't got no abs.
Me either, right? Me either. I did Photoshop. You want to? I figured out how to do this, though. One of my friends taught me. This is the funniest thing ever. Do this right now. This is going to change your life. Okay, hold on. I'm going to make me big. We're going to end on a funny note. I've had the most fun with this. Just hold on. This is going to be worth it. You can swap faces with somebody on Google. That is not my shoulders. Look, my shoulders are
Oh,
not.
my. Oh, that's a whole lot happening.
You can swap faces with anybody. It's so fun. Hold on. You want to see my husband? Close your eyes, kid.
Oh, my goodness.
You guys, it's so funny.
So much more handsome than that pic did.
Here's one. This is my friend. She's pregnant.
Oh, no. That's what I look like, pregnant.
No, you don't. Okay, well, that's it. Comedy hour to end our Cincy hour. But
Thank
I love
so
you
much,
guys.
Laura.
You're so welcome, love.
You always make me smile.
Huh?
You always make me smile.
Oh, well, you do that for so many. That's the least we can do, right? Okay.
Yes.
Everybody stay safe. You know your homework. I'm trusting you guys to do it. I'm going to be checking on you. All right. Have a good week. Bye.